You would be surprised at the amazing things that 5th graders can learn that you would never think was possible. They will meet expectations beyond your wildest dreams.
So what do you think? Questions? Lots of them, right? So the dimensions from one point to the next is the number of inches or feet in inches. So a learning partner is somebody that brings their own expertise into the school environment for the benefit of the kids.
Some of our learning partners come in weekly, and they do lessons with the kids and experiments and activities. They definitely give us a hands-on experience that most kids will never get to be part of.
Well, it's pretty cool whenever we have him come. He teaches us about like science and stuff, and he always teaches us something we never have thought about.
Well, what else isn't going to be going on at 1 a.m. for making a shadow?
The sun.
Ah.
I think after a while we kind of all realized that we just really can't be experts at everything. And in order to give the kids what's best, this is the way we can do it.
And flip to the paper that says sundial.
Actually, Dr. Dave came up with the idea of the sundial. And we're like, ooh, we could teach math, we could teach angles, we could teach protractors. And so, of course, it became a project. So Miss McCauley taught a lesson on angles.
45.
And then Dave taught a lesson on light refraction. And then I taught a lesson on earth rotation.
Well, first we started learning about seasons and the position of the sun. And like in spring, we learned about how the days are longer because the tilt of the earth.
Because when you're standing here, your shadow's the shortest. Summertime shadow's going to be short.
So now we're to the stage where they're going to take all those pieces and put them together.
And we decided this was going to be the center of our sundial. We found which way was north, then we found which way was east and west. So this is how we're going to make our ellipse. And now what we're going to do is put the markers for the hours. What's the distance to 8?
4 inches and 3 7/8.
4 feet.
So based on the lesson today, let's try to figure out kind of our plan where we're going to go from here. Do you think that maybe after we're done designing the sundial out, that we would be able to go out and use a protractor to find the different angles between the months?
I think what we would do that might be real effective is I have that pivot stick, right?
Learning partners help the kids go much deeper in that content than we would ever be able to go.
As a learning partner, I can share personal experiences with them. It exposes them to a different delivery of the curriculum content, really. We're still covering the life cycle of a plant. We're just covering it in a different way. Get it? Okay.
The change in my kids from very basic understanding of what soil is to being able to tell me what nutrients they think they're missing, none of that would have happened without Sarah. She was able to bring us that information, help us deliver it, and help us build these little scientists.
We learned about which light on plants is the best with our learning partner, Miss Sarah. And so far it's been the clear and the yellow being the best because more light's getting in, so that's why they're growing better.
Sometimes it becomes sort of a co-teaching because we have to remember that these learning partners aren't necessarily educators. So they have all this content knowledge, but how do you bring that down to an 8 and 9-year-old level? And that's where our expertise is. We know kids.
So if we continue to put 20 in and we kind of get these results, what would be a better thing to do?
Maybe 10, do 20.
It's called increments, where you could do 10 and check it out.
It's like a partnership. And so I might not know how to teach them in a way that's appropriate for their grade level, how to calculate an average, but she does.
135.
Learning partners can be developed in 2 different ways. So one way might be because the kids are expressing an interest in the birds that they're seeing in the schoolyard, and the teacher doesn't know anything about them. That's when you turn to the bird club. It can also happen where they show up and they say, oh, I hear you have gardens. Would you like help with that?
It sounds a little selfish, but it's a whole lot of fun for me. The kids make it fun, the school makes it easy.
This is like the highlight of my week when I get to come here, because I get to just totally geek out and do really cool science things with kids, and they're really excited about it.
They see her as really fantastic. They see her as incredibly smart, that she is a girl, she is a scientist, and she's doing all these things that they are liking to do at school that they think is just fun. They see her doing that as a profession.
They inspire us to do different things in life.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. acting like a scientist and being treated like one.
Learning partners enhance the students' learning by millions. Double's not enough, millions.